Okay, so like I said in my intro, I'm starting a new series and I'm just gonna show you my reading journal. And let me give you a little backstory of how this started. So I was on FaceTime with Princess and she was working on her reading journal and I was like, oh my god, I want to do a reading journal too. And that's kind of how this came about. So I took this old 2018 to 2019 reading journal planner and I turned it into my reading journal because I have really big handwriting. I need something big. So as you can see, I have some Studio Ghibli stickers on here. This is actually an anime sticker from My Hero Academia. So much can happen in a week. That's what this says. And then these stickers right here are actually by the artist that did my illustration in my YouTube video and my thumbnail. Her name is Danielle. Her YouTube channel and her Instagram are The Sarcastic Artist. I will have her linked down in the description, as well as I will have Princess linked in the description as well, as always. So let's just get into it. I'm going to just give you a brief overview of what it used to look like and what I plan on going forward with. Alright, so when you open it up, obviously it says this belongs to Jasmine Simmons. That's me. I did keep this just because I like being able to stuff things. This is going to be a separate video that I plan on doing in my journal. I'm really excited about it, but I'm not going to tell you about it right now. So I'm just going to give you a brief overview of what it looked like before. This is what it looked like before. Obviously, you have your calendar layout. And like I said, it is actually a 2018 to 2019 that I converted. So the first month, or the first page of the month, we'll do a spread of the calendar. And then it was week by week. So I kind of changed that layout. Obviously, I needed to fill out the fact that it said 2018, 2019. So, bam, this is what I got. I did use a comic book for the entire month of October. I used a comic book. Excuse me, and this is kind of what I came up with. It's definitely witchy. I didn't want to go with a Halloween vibe. I wanted to go more with a spooky Halloween or witchy vibe and stay away from Halloween because I don't really celebrate Halloween. I mean, I do have a little bit of pumpkin and, you know, Halloween-ish stickers just to fill up the space a little bit. But yes, it's October 2020. And then I did put a small calendar in the top corner just so I know what day falls where and I don't have to actually flip through to find the date. Alright, so here's the first spread of the week. This is the first week of October. And for this week, I do plan on reading, I am doing a month-long reading, so this one doesn't really apply, of Dark Age, which is the 5th book in the Red Rising series. But yes, so this one doesn't really apply just because it's a month-long, so you will see it every single day in here. But I do plan on reading for this week, Dark Age, The Gilded Wolves, Rebel Spring, Everybody Looking, The Pariah Child, and The Ever-Giving. It should say Stone. I don't know why I put Tree. And then I plan on reading Saga Volume 2. I kind of have it planned out on days. I don't do heavy reading on the weekends. I know, blasphemy, right? But I don't actually read this much on the weekends. So I do a lot of reading at work, which is why my heavy reading are on the weekdays, because I listen along and read along at work. And I use my Saturdays to record, and I use my Sundays just to relax and do some, you know, house cleaning and stuff like that. So I don't do that much reading, and that's why it's laid out. But this is my week 1 reading goals. All right, again with my second week spread. I wish I would have, in the future, I wish I would have switched back and forth between having this spread on a different page, just because, like, you know, it's back to back to back, which is fine. It still looks nice. I still enjoy it, but I just wish I would have, you know, switched it. But yeah, she definitely gives me Sabrina vibes, and that's why I picked it. Like, I like this. I really like it. But yes, again, with Dark Age, I actually do plan on finishing The Pariah Child and The Ever-Giving Stone on Sunday. As it says right here, I should be finishing it. But again, Dark Age, The Pariah Child, and The Ever-Giving Tree, I plan on picking up The Stone Key, Set Fire to the Gods, and Under the Udella Tree. I also don't have it on here, but I do plan on picking up Saga Volume 3 and I Hate Fairyland Volume 2. So I do plan, and Volume 3. Yeah, I didn't mark it over here because I didn't have enough space, but I do plan on reading those as well. All right, week 3, again, with the spread. I do plan on starting or keep continuing with Dark Age. I threw in 2 graphic novels just because I do know I want to read more of my graphic novels. I just don't know what I want to read yet. So I kind of just put in here that I do plan on reading those graphic novels, and I'll kind of find out what it is when I get to them. So I have Dark Age, 2 graphic novels, Unsure, Giovanni's Room, The Cutting Season, Conjure Women, and A Song Below Water. If you see these little symbols right here, the music symbols, that means that they are completely audiobook, and I don't own the physical copy, so I will be fully listening to them. And that's just kind of how I have them labeled until I come up with a new system. All right, and this is the last 2-ish weeks of the month, and that's kind of why this spread's a little bit different. But this is actually the comic book that I got the comic strips from, and it's called The Witching. And then the last, I guess you could say, 2 weeks of reading, I do plan on finishing Dark Age. Their eyes were watching God. She Would Be King, Down the River and Rivers Onto the Sea, and a graphic novel, and Ray Barrier. The only book on here that is audio fully is Down the Rivers Onto the Sea, and that's kind of how it's broken up. So every day I'm reading. Again, I'm not doing anything on the weekends. I do have weekend labeled, if you couldn't tell, but I don't plan on doing any reading on those days. As far as heavy reading, when I'm dropping a video and what days I'm recording. And yeah. All right, this is the last spread. It's not a month. There's nothing left. It's just kind of like the leftover strips that I had, because I did have 1 more page, or technically 2 more pages to fill out. And this is kind of what I came up with. So I have, just some comic strips. And then over here, which is like I guess you could say my end of the month review. So I kind of wanted to come up with a way to incorporate like what I ended up reading for the rest of the month. So I did use these hold on, I have some right here. No, I don't. I can't grab them. But I have there are like these envelopes right here that, have this little strip on there. So I kind of just pasted it on there, and I made these little flip throughs. So I have faves this month. These were So obviously I have books that I thought were my favorite, books that were like they were okay, and they are just note cards. And then I have YouTube videos that I plan on recording, new ideas that I want to have, or new ideas that I want to do for the month. And then books that I forgot, or essentially books that I just didn't get to for the month. And then obviously I wanted to have a bookshelf spread of all the books that I planned on reading. I do have, I believe, 15. So I have 16 books. So if I need to add more, then obviously I have this bottom. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much the end of this spread. I really enjoy it. I like how it came out. It looks nice to me, so like I'm not gonna complain about it. But yeah. Alright, that's the end of this spread. This is my reading journal, right? Like it says, this is not the most exciting video, but I just wanted to show you guys like what I came up with. I was really proud of this. Like, let's be honest, I turned an entire planner into a reading journal. So it seems a little basic right now, but I do plan on changing the layout a little bit more. Obviously this is my first time, so yes, this is what I came up. But that's all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description, where you will find easy ways to contact me, as well as all of the books and videos or channels that I talked about. If you like this video, please sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine that you didn't come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.